the design of the slack.
I started off with the fly front, which was triangular in shape. Stitched it to the front piece of the trousers of one side. Placed the zipper. Now understitch the fly front before stitching the zipper. Stitch the other side of the zipper onto the other side of the front panel. I then removed the zipper foot that I'd used to stitch the zipper and retained the normal pressure foot. Here I ironed the fly front seams and pinned the pieces together so I could be able to sew the fly front stitch perfectly. After that was done, it was time to move on to the side, to the front hip pockets. This is also me doing understitch. You must always remember to do understitch for a piece of pattern or piece of that is going to be turned over, like the pockets. Then press them down. After understitching, I then had to take the inner bag of the pocket, and stitch it down to the pocket. Here is what it's going to look like on the trousers. So the back of the pocket fills the missing part of the front piece of the garment. I then went on to attach the crotch on the front part, and this is me also attaching the big crotch together. I did a little gathers on the center of the back of the trousers as I wanted to in the design. I always measure my pieces before they are done, so when they are done I have less problems. I put the front and the back pieces right sides facing. And here I'm stitching the side seams together. You always start with the side seams. I pinned the center part of the inlet seam before stitching down the inlet seam. I always start at the center so I don't make any mistakes by a mismatch. I prepared the string part we're going to use by attaching to the waistband as shown in the design. As I wanted the trousers to be able to be tied by a string, but the string won't serve any purpose except for design purposes. I now prepare the waistband by stitching down the elastic at the center of the waistband. I love elastic very much on the waistband. It gathers the fabric very well and it just gives a very finishing knit that I really like. So I stitched down 3 lines, just give a nice effect even on the wrong side and on the right side. What's next is to attach the waistband to the waistline of our trousers, starting at the center back where the elastic and the gathers are to be positioned. I used the help of pins to make sure everything was sitting perfectly before I stitched onto the machine. Removed all the pins after stitching was done and cut off excess fabric. Then took the other piece of the waistband, that is going to be the inside piece, and stitched it on top of the outer side waistband. After blocking and inserting the string, I turned in the waistband on both sides, so they create a nice square. Then stitch the after snipping the seams, I stitch the waistband's outer seams together without touching the trousers, just the waistbands. I measured again. To neaten the raw edge of the waistband, I decided to bind the waistband with the lining, because it's just what I find to be very neat and very safe than to overlock, which may cause you to stitch onto the waistline of the trousers. So I first stitched the one side of the waist of the lining before turning it over and stitching on top, so it gave me a very nice finishing. After that, everything is done and the trousers is finished. The only thing left to do is to hem the trousers after trimming off excess fabric. And voila, here we are. The trousers came out really well and it fit perfectly. With the gathered waistline at the back, an exaggerated fly front, and a string which is to be tied at the side of the waistband. This was a simple project, but I just wanted to share it with you, as I'm always excited to do these kinds of trousers. This is the pockets, the back,